Mother and Daughter. Excerpt. Mother and Daughter is a spooky story for kids about a woman whose daughter died. There was a woman who lived in a small apartment in a country town. She had one daughter who she loved with all her heart. Ever since her husband left them, the woman had done everything in her power to make sure her daughter had everything she wanted. When the girl was 13 years old, she fell in love with a young boy who lived on the other side of town. Her mother was against the relationship, telling her daughter that she was too young to have a boyfriend. The girl was very headstrong and argued with her mother, refusing to break up with the boy. One night, after her mother had gone to bed, the girl decided to sneak out and meet her boyfriend. She quietly opened her bedroom window and planned to climb down a nearby tree. However, as she was reaching out for one of the branches, the poor girl slipped and fell. Early the next morning, her dead body was discovered lying on the pavement outside her apartment building. Her neck was broken. When the mother found out about the terrible accident, she was devastated. The distraught woman cried her eyes out and nobody could console her. 1 year after her daughter's death, the mother was still in mourning. People who lived in the town would often see her walking around, dressed from head to toe in black, speaking to no one. She felt that she could not go on with her life without her beloved daughter by her side. What bothered her most of all was the fact that she never had a chance to say goodbye. One day, the mother decided to consult a fortune teller. She hoped that there was some way she could communicate with her deceased daughter or even just see her one last time. The fortune teller listened to her story and told the woman that there was one way to see her daughter again. At exactly midnight tonight, you must go into the thickest part of the forest, said the fortune teller. There you will find a clearing. Stand there and wait for your daughter to appear. The mother was delighted with this news, and after paying the fortune teller, she went straight home. She was overjoyed at the prospect of seeing her beloved daughter again, and her mind was racing with all the things she wanted to say to her. That evening, as the mother sat at home, she heard a knock on her front door. When she answered it, she found a strange old woman standing there dressed all in white. "If you know what's good for you, you will take my advice," hissed the old woman. "If you really want to see your daughter, go to the woods 15 minutes early. Find the tallest, most robust tree and climb to the very top. Secure yourself to the branches with a strong rope. Then wait for midnight to arrive. Only then will you see your daughter." Before the mother had a chance to reply, the old woman in white scurried off down the street and disappeared around the corner. The mother was confused, unable to decide what to do. As night fell, she still couldn't make up her mind. At 11:45 p.m., she found herself standing at the edge of the woods, trembling with fear and anticipation. Making her way to the thickest part of the woods, she came to a small clearing. There, she spotted a tall, robust tree. With great difficulty, the woman climbed to the top and clung to one of the branches. She wrapped a rope around herself and tied her body securely to the branch. At the stroke of midnight, she looked down and saw her beloved daughter standing in the clearing below. The young girl was dressed in white and her face was deathly pale. She seemed as if she was transparent, drifting across the clearing like a ghost. The mother looked more closely and happened to notice something strange. Instead of legs, her daughter had cloven hoofs. As the mother watched in horror, the ghostly girl looked up and chuckled. "Well, it seems you have guessed our secret," said the daughter in a deep voice. The girl's face began to shimmer and change. Her features melted away, and in their place was the face of the devil. He grabbed the base of the tree and began to shake it with all his might. The mother clung to the branches for dear life. She knew that if she fell from the tree, the devil would tear her to pieces. Hours passed, and the mother's arms grew tired from holding on to the branch. The devil kept shaking the tree, a malicious grin on her face. The ropes came loose, and the woman feared that she would fall. Just then, the first rays of the morning sun began to shine through the trees. When the sunlight touched the skin of the devil, he burst into flames and crumbled into ash. The mother slowly and carefully climbed down from the tree and ran home. She was shaking with fear. That morning, the mother finally accepted the death of her daughter.